Impressive building. Wonder what's inside. I'd always heard the Enclave liked to keep extensive records. It's a lawkeeper's dream. I can see how to make his sigils. This looks like some kind of evacuation. Oh, probably from before the surge. Where they constructed it. Looks like a tabulation of supply levels. Coordination for the runners and horse. They remained in the city for years after the surge, according to these dates. Wonder where they left. Just some birth records. Surprisingly detailed.
We'll have to make sure Lane adds them to our archive later.
Here we go. Sigils. Ah, found it. Our creator is listed here as Lucia de Crassus. 2 registered workshops, both council approved for dangerous materials. She must have had some pull before the surge. One is here in the city, and the other, let's see. I've been there. That frozen town out in Dredger's Mire. Better wear something warm.
I think it's important we run this one down, Bryn. The water clock is dripping.
Back in the spire. Let's see if we can find a registry. Make her sigils.
place for weavers in Lowtown to gather.
This place was registered to our enchantress of interest, Lucia. It sure does look like a saboteur or smuggler's den. On the workings of Archons.
That aerolith can influence the weather. Almost certainly why things are frozen over.
Malfunctioning then.
Indisputably. The ice buildup must have caused a single localized reaction.
Sure. I'll take care of it.
Good idea. Swampy environs and intense cold is bad even for Enclave parchment. Best to lower the risk.
Already warming up. Hope I didn't damage the priceless artifact too much.
Can't make an omelet, as they say.
A lot of notes here. Water damage from the cold and melt, though. Let's see. Materials. Any luck with the materials we gathered from Lucia?
Yes. I'll let Sev fill you in.
We started with the book, which was...
Unsurprising. The Enclave was notoriously tight-lipped about the...
The book was still useful, as it contained a number of crafts, all critical. Referencing the book...
Without it, they bordered on... deranged...
Sort of a window into her...
We suspect Lucia spent a...
She covered many topics, but the most prominent...
I'm sure her work was interesting. But eyes on the prize, gentlemen. Does she have an answer for us?
Partially. This...
Her research led her to one conclusion. To stop the floods. The frustrating thing is that she never explains what barrier or...
She assumed, unfortunately, that anyone else reading it would know what she was talking about.
Her design is detailed and specific. The device it would create inverts the flow of
We think the devices we found on the Arks were prototypes, small experiments to determine efficacy and duration.
So what's the catch? If the floods are still happening, clearly she didn't build.
Lucia's thimble, as she calls it, requires some highly specialized It has to withstand considerable magical flow. Far more than what's produced.
It's like how mass scales exponentially. Just because you can build a scale model of an aqueduct.
Thankfully, that supply cache you found has the necessary materials.
Solar can pick up where Lucia left off then.
Exactly. The other thing we'll need is a source of magical flame. Solar's mantle...
I can handle that. Okay, so we have clear next steps.
The flood. Our best guess, at any rate.